All right, guys. Today's officially day 3 of becoming a professional bodybuilder. We're 7 months out from our show. A little bit tired from school today, and as y'all can tell, we're not in the driver's seat today. We're actually passengers. But first off, to start off the video, I just want to say the verse of the day. Delight yourself also in the Lord, and He shall give you the desires of your heart. What that verse is basically saying is, trust in the Lord and His word, and He'll make you be who you want to be. He'll help you be who you want to be. And yeah, that's just touching back on the topic from yesterday. God will give you the strength to make the first step and be the person that you want to be. He'll help you be a better person. He'll help you be, say you want to be like me, a bodybuilder. Say you want to be a healthier person, a cosmetology artist, a surgeon, whatever you want to be in life. Just put strength in God, believe in God, and He'll help you be who you desire to be. Sometimes you try to rush it. You think you know what you're doing. I definitely thought I knew what I was doing one time, and yeah, that's just another topic I'm gonna touch on today. Do you ever notice that everyone acts like they know what they're doing? Like, just around you at work, school, gym, everyone thinks they know what they're doing, and I think that kind of falls into the category of not wanting to look dumb or not wanting to look stupid because you're doing it differently from everybody else. But truth is, everyone is going through their own things. Everyone's discovering themselves, and everyone is trying to find new ways to do everything. They're just guessing and trying stuff, hoping that it works, same as everybody else, and maybe yourself also. I think we just get good at looking sure ourselves. We get sure of looking good ourselves, so we try to fit into society and make and be the same as everybody else, when in reality you should be your own person. You should not listen to what everyone expects you to be and exceed the limitations that people have for you. I get that sometimes you don't want to be the only person doing something, but it's better to be unique. Like, half the time, I don't even know myself what I'm doing. I just, you know, try to get inspiration from others, but not be exactly like them. And that's something that's good. You can't always be the same as other people just because you think like they know what they're doing. If anything, they're finding themselves out too. And then you go ahead and talk to them, and they tell you that they don't know either, and it's just like they're just trying stuff hoping it works, same as everybody else. Nobody really has it all figured out. Some people are just more comfortable figuring it out in real time, other than planning ahead or just going with the flow. To be honest, it just makes life seem a little bit stressful when you take things one step at a time, instead of jumping forward into life and just like trying to be someone that you're not. Just make sure you take your life one step at a time. Don't try to rush everything. Don't try to act like you know what you're doing when you don't. That's definitely a big thing, because I also, like, right now at work, I act like I know what I'm doing, but in reality, there's times where I struggle and I need help, and I struggle to ask for help because it makes me feel like I'm dumb, or like I don't know what I'm doing. And at school too, you could be failing classes and everyone else is passing, and that just influences you to try to do your best. You end up not knowing what's going on, you don't ask for help, and you end up failing the class. And in the gym too, you don't want to look dumb, so you just copy someone else's routine, but you never know what that person is doing their routine for. They could have different goals from you, and they could have different training styles, and they could be affected differently by their training styles. Everything's different for everyone. Me and my friend Joseph have completely different workout splits, but we also have different body types. So he likes to go do the chest flies, he likes to go do the dumbbell press, the flat bench, and incline dumbbell. And me, I personally, even though I know that The peg deck is way better for your pegs. I like the bench press. I enjoy doing the bench press, and that's something that I'm not gonna force myself to do, unlike the peg deck, which I'll try to force myself to do it. And it works the same muscle. And also, I like doing low to high flies and he doesn't. Cause I need to work on my upper chest, but he has a really good upper chest. So while he's doing incline presses, which work them also, I do low to highs where I kind of isolate the movement instead of just instead of working the upper chest and the shoulders at the same time. Because I have more developed shoulders than him, so he'll obviously do other exercises. And you can kind of take that into real life too. People learn differently from others. You know, some people learn by reading, some people learn by real life experiences, and some people learn by making mistakes. And it's also it's good to make mistakes, you know? You learn from your mistakes. Obviously, big mistakes could set you back, but you still learn from them. You learn from every mistake you make. It's never bad to make a mistake just as long as you realize that you made a mistake. Once you realize you made a mistake and work on it, you're already a stronger person than you were before you made the mistake. Just make sure you learn from the experience, you learn from what you did wrong, and involve that in your real life. Your mistakes either make you or break you. You could sit here and just eat at yourself for making the mistake, and then you just end up feeling bad instead of actually focusing on what you did wrong and fixing it. You end up just feeling sorry for yourself, which isn't a good thing. Never feel sorry for yourself. Always make the big step and take action. Don't let those small slip ups get to your head. God didn't make you perfect. You're not this perfect person that you set yourself up to be or expect yourself to be. You're figuring yourself out, like I said. We're all figuring ourselves out. And the sooner that you figure yourself out, the better your life will start looking. And I know some of you think right now that y'all have everything figured out. But if you think that and you still have that small voice in the back of your head telling you that you need help, then most of the time that voice is right. Listen to that voice in your mind and take a first step, take a step back and try to realize what you're doing wrong. Once you realize that, you can get help from other people that have gone through the same situation or do things that'll help you be better, because that's something that's really big right now in your life. Also, don't look up to arrogant people that think they have everything figured out and they tell you they do, because you try to influence yourself off of them and then you end up looking dumb because you realize that they don't have everything figured out either. You know, they have everything set up, they had everything handed to them, and now they think that they're set for life, but they don't develop the skills that you develop by getting to where you are. You gotta tell yourself, you gotta be proud of yourself. Tell yourself you're a good person, tell yourself you're gonna better yourself, and then it'll happen. Manifestation is a really big thing. Pray, indulge in healthy habits, hang out with your friends, live your life, and be the best person you can. Low key, I've been realizing half of life is just learning how to live it at your own pace. Like, everybody's telling you to move faster and grind harder and to stay ahead, but nobody really says, hey, it's your timeline. It's your time. You're on your own time. Like, take your time. And that's something that I hate too. I hate being on other people's timings. That's why I do what I want to do, but I don't like being on other people's timings. I don't like being rushed. I don't like being told what to do. And honestly, that hit me, cause when you slow down long enough to see what's going on around, you see the bigger picture. You see the beauty in things, not only in life, but you see the beauty in growing. Think of it as a flower. Think of your life as a flower. You start off as a seedling, you have a shell, and you're not open. But once you start giving yourself time, giving yourself advice, which is like the water, you start growing and you start blooming, and it becomes something beautiful. And it just takes time to admire that beautiful thing. But yeah, just give yourself time to grow. Because now, even though time feels like it's flowing a million miles an hour, it might be, but take things one step at a time. Don't try to rush through anything, because it'll always come out sloppy. Give yourself time to learn and grow. Once you do that, I think it'll definitely help you have a clear view in mind of who you want to be and just being yourself. There's going to be speed bumps along the way. That's definitely going to be something that you might think is the end of the world, but truth is, it's not. Those are just minor setbacks, and don't let those minor setbacks be the end of the world for you. I had a little cut on my thumb today. Slammed my finger against the bathroom stall while wrestling my friend. And this is just a minor setback. I might not be able to do movements where I close my thumb like this, like a bench press where I have to go like this, or anything where I have to grab like this. But there's always other movements. There's always other opportunities. There's always other options. Instead of doing the bench press like this, I can definitely do a pec fly where my hands are like this and I don't have to use my thumbs. Or I could definitely do low to highs where my hands are like this, hooked onto the bar. Or whenever training back, rowing with your thumbs over, which actually benefits you. So you can also input that. These major setbacks can only make you stronger. Because how I said, I like to hold the bar like this, but holding it like this gets you more lat activation. So yeah, these minor setbacks could really just be a personal gain for you also. It just depends on the way that you see it. And yeah, that concludes today's video. We just got to work again. Make sure y'all like and subscribe, comment, and just hope y'all can take this to heart. And I'll catch you on the next one.